The transition from teenager to adult is often a difficult one, littered with many temptations and traps. Building a secure financial future requires undertaking a series of small steps in the right direction over a period of time. When you are young, you have time on your side, and it's worth using this time to your advantage. Unfortunately, most young people don't. If you make a financial mistake at 18, the consequences will be very different than if you made the same financial mistake as you approach retirement. When you are young, consider taking sensible financial risks, such as buying assets that go up in value and using this time you have to your advantage. The key to financial security is to spend less than you earn or receive. This means setting a budget. Budgeting involves assessing your income, then looking at what your expenses are. And with some planning, hopefully there'll be a surplus. The earlier we learn these habits, the easier you will find it to control your spending and build an asset base. One of the first big financial decisions young adults make is to buy a car. As a starting point, it's worth remembering that cars go down in value over time, so the more you spend, the more you will lose over time. Driving without insurance in the event of an accident could potentially cripple you for life financially. When buying a car, you need to consider carefully, how much can you afford? What type of car would you like to buy? How will you buy it? Will you buy it through a dealer or privately? And remember, get the car inspected and do your own research. We live in a world where many young adults want to live tomorrow's life today. And one of the easiest ways in which to achieve this is to buy lifestyle assets on a hire purchase arrangement. This enables us to use the asset now and pay for it over time. Hire purchase agreements are characterised by high interest rates, and in many instances, you end up owing more than what the item is worth. One of the biggest mistakes young adults make in the modern world is signing up to contracts that they either don't understand or are unable to meet. This may, for example, be a mobile phone contract, a rental property, a car loan, or a hire purchase agreement. All contracts are enforceable, and having an action brought against you for breach of contract could be very costly and set you back financially for many years. Most of us borrow money at some stage in our lives. The secret is, where possible, to borrow for items that go up in value, so you are using the borrowed money to your advantage, and the younger you are, the more you can afford to borrow, as you have more time in which to repay the loan. But you need to consider the interest rate, as the higher the interest rate, the more you will need to repay. For example, some credit cards charge interest rates as high as 28%. If most of us were able to wind the clock back and relive our youth, we would aim to get a part-time or casual job, buy appreciating assets. What is expensive today will look cheap in the future. We would look at reducing the amount which we borrow for depreciating assets, invest in a skill or qualification, as that's a safety net that you can use throughout your life, and take calculated risks, as fortune favours the brave. The older we get, the more conservative we become, as we have less time in which to recover from the setback. Remember, be positive, act as an effective role model, and focus on winning the war, not the minor skirmishes. Good luck.